Mm-mm-mm. What's good, YouTube? I am Sad Boy Will, and you know why we're here. Danganropa V3, the Killing Harmony, with all my homies. We got Kokichi, Sumugi, Kibo, Miyu. Not anymore for real. Miyu died last episode. Um, so yeah, Miyu died. She died outside of the virtual world. Kokichi set all of this up, but I doubt he's the killer. So we about to investigate her murder. Kaito also was outside of the game when Miyu died. So I don't know. He's suspicious. Um, but he's giving us no reason to. Well, I won't say no reason. Jesus Christ, I'm getting goosebumps everywhere. Never mind. Um, but yeah, you this seems to be choked out. We last time we played, we had three suspects. Kibo, which I think is absolved from anything because that's Robokodo. Kaito, who was outside of the thing, which um he's been sus during a lot of the class trials. I'm sorry, but I keep looking at my arms and all these goosebumps. Um Kaito, he got force logged out of the game, which I feel like Kokichi kind of did. And there he was able to possibly kill. His thing was he got logged out, so he just went to sleep because he didn't know if he was allowed to get logged back in, even though it was clearly stated in the beginning when they first got there that, hey, you can log in and out as you please. But I digress. And then, of course, Kokichi, because he's set up everything so far from meeting with Monokuma for the motive to be set up to um, talking to Miyu before we split into groups and cross the bridge to investigate the mysterious video game island. Um, so he's kind of been up to everything, and he's like taking a liking to Shuichi, so he wants us to be on his side instead of Kaito's. So we'll see. So those are our three like Gonta is absolved from anything, and so is the victim is Ultimate Inventor Miuruma. Body was discovered in the computer room on the fourth floor. The cause of death. The victim's body was discovered in the computer room. The estimated time of death is 6:30 a.m. No injuries can be found on the victim's body. 6:30 a.m. What were they doing up that late in the computer room? Were they really up that late at the computer room? No external wounds. Killed around 6:30 in the morning. The time of death happened 30 minutes before now. We were still in the virtual world. Kokichi, what do you want? You don't have to be so weary on me. It's not like I'm going to get in your way, Shuichi. It's just I hate lies so much that I tend to suspect others a lot. Kaito said he wouldn't team up with you for this case, but I can't trust those words. But I'm keeping an eye out just in case he tries to bother you. Keeping an eye out? Don't take it the wrong way, though. I'm not trying to replace Kaito as your partner, okay? You really want to, though. But I'll help you as much as I can. So where are you going to investigate now? None of your business. What is he up to? Why is he following me? Monokuma File 4. I kind of want to look at that because just like Ryoma's death, it's like abstaining from giving us a lot of like details. Can not scroll like, huh? Scroll. I don't know what RS is. I just know up and down or forward. That's when you start just pressing all the keys. Um, yeah, I don't know what RS is. I thought I knew everything, but it turns out I know nothing. Whatever. Um, just check Miyu's death. Miyu's hands are clasped around her neck as if she was gasping for air. Her eyes are wide open in a panic. She must have suffered quite a bit. So I feel like either somebody wrapped the cords around her neck and suffocated her, or something happened in the game to where she couldn't breathe, like a choking. Because they said in the game you can experience pain and sound, and what it does is it shoots all the I guess feelings or reactions to your brain so they can experience them outside of the video game. So either she was choked outside of the game, or she was choked inside of the game, and her brain's natural response to that is gasping for air. She must have suffered quite a bit. Ew, that's a grody face. I mean, you must have suffered a lot. A vulgar death fit for a vulgar bitch. Stop, Kokichi. Even if you're joking, that's too far. You're right. You should never speak ill of the dead, no matter how much you hated them. Even if she was a despised, pathetic, dirty cum toilet of a person, she would have loved to hear that. I suppose I'll never get Kokichi to change. But what's the case of Miyu's death? What's the cause of Miyu's death? It doesn't say in the Monokuma file. It's obstructing from like information on purpose, like Ryoma's case. May I? I want to let you know, just in case it turns out to be a clue. I was the first one to log out and find Miyu's body. She was still wearing the helmet, and her body was contorting in this awful position. So if her bodies were contorted, I feel like something happened in the game. I don't think nobody choked her. Miyu logged out after I did. She helped me take Miyu's helmet off, and then she was gone. Is that a confession? How's that a confession? Anyway, the question is the cause of death. What caused her to suffer like this? Miyu's corpse. Kaito, talk to me. Sushi, I gotta explain, just so you don't misunderstand. Explain what? You're talking about how you logged out by yourself, right? Okay, let's hear it then. Why you... Feel free to lie, of course. Exposing lies is the real pleasure of this game, after all. What? Kaito, just ignore him and talk to me, okay? About the whole logging out thing, I don't get it myself. When I was looking for the secret of the outside world on the top of the rooftop, a circle lit up under me. I was suddenly sucked in, and before I knew it, I was logged out. I believe that. He was forced logged out. The same thing happened when I used the phone to log out. How did it happen on the roof? And what happened after you logged out? Everyone else was still logged in, but I didn't know if it was okay for me to log back in. That was his story before. So I just went back to the room and slept. Since it was dawn, I was pretty tired. And the body discovery announcement woke you? Yeah, that's right. I heard it and I rushed back here. I believe that. Do you remember what condition Miyu's body was in when you logged out? No, I didn't pay attention to that, so I wouldn't know. You didn't notice anything wrong? Like whether she was dead or not? Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Oh, sorry. So I just need to object to the contradiction in that testimony, right? I said I'm not lying. Tell him, Shuichi. No, Shuichi, in order to find the truth, you can't be biased. This is true. Let's check the visor. See if anything's damper. This is the device we wore on our heads to enter the virtual world. Some helmets have their cords plugged in. Others have them removed. I'm positive they were unplugged after logging out. But what about Miyu? And that's it. The cords were supposed to be plugged in, the two cords from the computer into our helmet. The red for conscious, the blue for memory. And if you got those mixed up, Out of curiosity, what happens if you switch the course? I don't know. I've never done that. Probably gets all glitchy or something. If she did glitch out, maybe you'll become a vegetable. Maybe you'll body swap with someone. Who knows? Body swap. A glitch. Body swap and then force logged out. Kaito. Kibo, you said you found the body, and then who helped you? I've been wondering. What's the secret outside that we were searching for anyway? That's true. We got sidetracked from me using murder case. We never discovered what that secret actually was. We couldn't find anything at the chapel, and you found nothing at the mansion, right? No, Samigi and I didn't find anything. I didn't find anything either. That's probably the same with Kaito and Gunta, right? And knowing them, if they found something, they would have told us right away. Yeah, they would have, unlike you. Oh, Shuichi, did you hear that? That robot's being sassy with me. Did you know robots don't need warm blood to function, so they can become cold like this? That's why he's more concerned with the secret of the outside world than poor Miyu. He told us he couldn't cry even if he wanted to. He went so far to stage his dramatic reaction. That's not true. I'm hoping we discovered the truth too. You're a pretty advanced robot. You can be sassy and make excuses. Alright, Sumigi, and then I'm gonna talk to Kokichi. And ended up like this after all. Oh, you thought you saw Mew? Yeah, I told Shuichi about it. Outside of the window. There's a small window in the dining room. Maybe 10 minutes ago I looked through it. And I thought I saw Mew. So maybe Kokichi logged out, swapped her cords, and then she glitched to the other side of the river even though the plank wasn't there. And then somehow she logged out. Oh, so you saw Mew then. I thought I must have been mistaken since you should have been by the chapel. You're the only one saying you're mistaken, so you don't have to feel as guilty. If you'd been positive it was Mew, then you could have done something sooner. You could have prevented her death, you know. That's just speculation, Kokichi. You can't judge your hindsight. I'm sorry, y'all, but I got a whole bunch of like cupcakes that I'm gonna eat, and yes, they're Valentine's Day cupcakes. Me and my girl were supposed to share them, but she went out of town, so I'm just eating them. Give me that sugar rush. Oh, we went a little off topic here. Anyway, I wanted to ask you something. What did you do after you thought you saw Mew? I thought I was mistaken, but it really bothered me. So, about 10 minutes later, I told Shuichi and we were talking about it. You waited 10 minutes after you saw Mew? I would have immediately came here. Yeah, and that's when we heard the whatchamacallit. It sounded like somebody falling off a roof. Telling that someone was struck very hard. It came from outside, but we heard a loud noise and rushed into the entrance hall. For now, let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? Yeah, we heard Kibo say, "Oh no." That was Kibo's, right? Him and Gunta were the only ones outside, and Kokichi was supposed to be in the salon, which I'm pretty sure he went there on purpose. Kibo's voice. Wasn't he at the chapel? He was, but Smoogie and I heard positive it was his voice. We heard Kibo from the entrance hall where we should have been at the chapel. Well, that's weird, because you shouldn't be able to hear anything between the chapel and the mansion. Even Miyu said that. If you glitch out, then that's different. Or body swap, like they said. Yeah, you can't hear anything at this point. It's flashback. You're right. The sound shouldn't reach through the map loading point. So how do we hear Kibo's voice? How were we able to hear Kibo at the mansion if he was at the chapel? Maybe someone's lying. Lying? By the way, Kokichi, did you hear that loud noise or Kibo's voice at all? I'm not sure. I must have not noticed because I was too busy searching. Cap, you're lying to his face. Kaito. Kaito, you keep interrupting me when I talk. Do you like me or something? Why would I like you, dumbass? I was interested in Shuichi's conversation. My conversation? You heard Kibo's voice when it should have been impossible. Can you tell me more about that? Well, what I said before was pretty much everything. After that, we headed back to the chapel to see what happened. We saw Gonta as we left the mansion, and three of us went to the river together. That's when we met up with Kokichi. And then we used the signboard that I found as a bridge. What about it, though? Did you notice anything? I suppose not. I suppose you're working hard. It looks like you're starting to take this game seriously, Kaito. Samigi's account. Loud noise. Maki, what did you see while you was at the chapel? Maki was working on the computer, her hand moving the mouse around rapidly. You know how to work that computer, Maki? No, not really. I've never used this program before either. I see. I imagine it would be difficult to understand unless you were an expert. But I did find a text file regarding this program. It has info about the program's basic features, and other than that, there's not much. Oh, so what did it say? If you don't want to tell me, at least tell it to Shuichi. According to the text file, the killing game simulator used a certain program at the base. It's called the Neo World program. Never heard of it. In this killing game simulator, objects can't break. Your body's 5 senses are connected to your avatar, and your avatar cannot be harmed. Now, they said your avatar can't be like you can't be bruised, beaten, or whatnot. But I'm pretty sure if you were choking on something, your body would would react to like what your avatar is feeling. Just like when Kokichi kicked Kibo twice, he could feel it. But any damage inflicted on your avatar will be transferred to your body in real life. Exactly. I mean, it just matches what Miyu told us. If your avatar receives fatal damage, your real body would die from shock, which is what happened. From shock? Oh, this is the first time we're hearing about this. She choked on something. If someone receives a fatal injury in the vital world, then they die in the real world. Well, your 5 senses are connected, so it makes you sense you'd feel the same amount of pain. So it'd be too surprising if you die from that fatal injury. But the more important question is, why did Miyu keep such an important detail a secret? That is strange. I have no idea why she wouldn't mention such an important detail. Because she didn't know. She thought this was foolproof. But Kokichi and Monokuma went in and did what they needed to do. Did she hide that from us on purpose? That's all I have to say about the virtual world's basic feature. The rest of the virtual world is the same as the real world, including the laws of physics. Laws of physics. So whoever fell off the roof. Warps and special transportation like mounts do not exist. So you can only move around using your avatar. She should have added warps and mounts to the virtual world. That's all it says in the text file. Thank you, Maki. That was very helpful. But is all this info in the text file correct? Who knows? What do you mean? I'm not doubting you or anything, Maki. But I'm just saying that the file couldn't have been rewritten. You know it could have been rewritten because you and Monokuma did rewrite it. It's possible someone rewrote the original info with false info, you know? But to determine that, you would need the extensive knowledge of computers. We got a robot right here. This looks like a job for me. What? Huh? Don't get in our way. Do you want to die? I won't get in your way. In fact, I want you to let me help you. I want you to let me help with the investigation. Help with the investigation? Monotaro, what are you saying? Come on, please. Won't you let me help you with the investigation? Ever since I forgot I'm bad with computers, I'm good with computers now. That logic doesn't make any sense. You can't, Monotaro. You're not allowed to help the participants. As mascots, we gotta stick to that rule. I don't give a fart about the rules. I want to help everyone. I want to avenge my dead mommy. Oh, yeah. Your mommy? You mean Miyu? No, Monotaro, you've forgotten again. You've forgotten that she's not our mother. And you've forgotten about the important person you need to protect. Shut up, you pig. I'm busy avenging mommy's death. How sad, but it looks like this is goodbye. I love you, but there's someone I need to protect. Goodbye. Who do you need to protect? Monokuma? Let's do this. Do what? She about to kill him in the next class trial. I don't care either way. If you want to help, that's fine. True, I suppose, but thanks, I'll do my best for mommy's sake. Wait, perhaps we should. He's doing our best. He's doing his best for his dead mommy. I'm so touched. Alright, fine. I'll leave it to you then. I suppose I have no choice. Alright, I'll start analyzing the computer right away. What'd you find? I've already analyzed a few things. Already? The text file is consistent with the original program. It doesn't look like it was altered. I also found this too. This is like the information of when everybody logged in and logged out. Yes, we need a log of who logged in and who logged out. There's no sign that this was altered either. It's definitely accurate information. Could you show it to me? Not that it matters, cause what's her face died inside the game. So let's look. What's her name died at 6:30. So Himiko, everybody logged in. Maki logged in. Miyu logged in last. Kaito was forced logged out first, and he was like, Then Kibo logged out. And then Himiko logged out. And then Maki logged out. Oh, that's when everybody else logged out. Kibo and Himiko were the first ones to see Miyu. So yeah, Kaito or Maki didn't log out. But somehow, and Kokichi didn't log out either. Because I thought what would have happened was Kokichi logged out since he was in the salon, and he removed the cords and glitched Miyu from one side of the thing to another side. Or maybe when they logged in, since Miyu was last, she purposely put her cords in wrong. Aside from Miyu, everyone logged in and out once. Then it will appear that no one secretly logged out and then logged back in. But my main concern becomes Kaito logged out ahead of us, way ahead, and he said he went to sleep, which I believe is him. And there's something else I noticed while I was analyzing the program. It looked like part of the programs were rewritten. The program is being rewritten. Obviously, Miyu was the only person capable of doing that. So which files did she reroute and what did she change? Monokuma probably did that. I didn't analyze that in course, but it's going to take a little time. But as long as it's done by the class trial, then Shuichi will be able to revenge Miyu. He's just saying whatever he pleases. Yeah, keep analyzing the crap out of this program. You're so reliable, and that's why he's about to die. Yeah, way more than you. Himiko, what do you have to say? I never thought Miyu would be killed. When I saw her avatar there not moving, I thought maybe. So all of y'all have an alibi. Maki should have been Kibo. Maki, Kibo, Himiko all were at the chapel with Miyu's body and could vouch that she wasn't moving. Meanwhile, Gonta, Kokichi, Kaito, Sumigi, and I were all on the other side. And only me and Sumigi saw Mew, but only me and her heard the loud noise and then heard Kibo. Hmm. Me, Kibo, and Maki all found her avatar. Can you tell me more about that? Any details? We were looking for the Mew too, right? No, Mew volunteered to look around the outside of the chapel, so she wasn't with us. Same shit that happened in Rantaro. Y'all supposed to meet up, and then y'all, yep, because Kokichi told her something. We searched, but we couldn't find anything. Then, right when we started to get tired, all of a sudden we heard a real loud noise outside. Oh, so y'all heard that too. That must be sound. But how does that sound travel to both sides? Something must have hit the wall outside of the chapel really hard. We felt it all the way inside. Something hitting the wall at the chapel? So we all rushed outside to check the side of the chapel, and we found Mew's avatar. That's when you went to log out and check Mew's body, right? But then we went to the river and the bridge was gone for some reason. Then while we were standing out around wondering what to do, you guys showed up. Let's see, thank you. That's strange. What was this loud sound? That testimony sounded, because originally we thought it was just Kaito falling off the building, but apparently something loud and rumbly happened. The testimony sounded really important, especially that they couldn't cross the river. Because if they weren't able to cross, then no one could have gotten between the mansion and the chapel. Then this helps us narrow down who could have come in contact with Mew. Who could have come in contact with Mew at the chapel? But they all were together, so they could vouch for each other. They have an alibi. Gunta? Are you alright? Are you still depressed about Mew? Come on, don't be such a Debbie Downer. Gunta, I want to know what you think. Where? I know, but who do you think is the culprit? Gunta not know. Murder already happened when Gunta wake up. But why this happened? Why Mew killed? Gunta not understand. Gunta not understand anything. But Gunta frustrated and sad. Gunta no can protect Mew. He seems all over the place right now. Oh man, he can think at all when he's like this. But Gunta doesn't seem to be lying. I'm pretty sure he's telling the truth. Well, I guess a big dumb like Gunta doesn't have the brains to lie in the first place. Don't talk about him like that. I'm so disappointed in you, Gunta. When I first met you, I thought you'd be more useful. Sorry. Gunta sorry. He could protect me. If you feel bad about it, then stop blaming yourself. Help us find the culprit instead. This is the culprit's fault anyways. Pull yourself together and help us, okay? Gunta understand to find the culprit. This makes me suspicious of Gunta. Because, like, as sweet as a boy as he is, like usually, like, you could easily just snap him into, like, okay, I'll do my best to find the culprit. But if he's actually the culprit, the only thing is the game said that everybody's physical attributes are the same. So there's no way he could do, like, something crazy. like he would in, like, the regular world. Going to definitely do his best this time. That's the spirit. Now Kokichi's encouraging him. I really don't know what Kokichi's thinking. He fucking that shit. From what the time of death indicated in the Monokuma file, when he was killed while we were still in the virtual world. Correct. Alright, Monotaro, are you... I didn't talk to Kokichi. Hey there, I know you're busy with the computer, but I want to go over what we can learn investigating the program. Oh, you want to use this computer? Go right ahead. Alright, first, what program information was listed in that text file? According to the file, the killing game similar is based in Neo World. Objects can't break. 5 senses. Transfer to the real body. Fatal damage. The body dies of shock. Fatal injuries. I can. Physics are the same in the virtual world. There isn't any warping or quick transportation methods. You can only use your avatar to get around. Pieces of evidence I found interesting. So everybody logged out after she died, and it was a whole hour between Kaito getting logged out. So yeah, I don't sus Kaito anymore. I don't, cause she didn't die in the outside world. She died in the game. And with Kaito being sick too, like I definitely think he just went to his room to like lay down. I don't even think it was a tired thing. I think he was just sick. All finish? I'll let you know when I find something. Alright, I gotta talk to Kokichi. Can you believe Monotaro's on that side? All this for his recently deceased mommy. I'm so touched I can't stop crying. The Monotaro loved her so much. I'll never forgive the culprit who killed me. Is there anything else in here that needs to be investigated? We didn't talk to everybody. Small bottle. There's something on the seat. This is a small bottle. I feel like I've seen this before. This is yours, right, Shuichi? Oh, it's from his lab. Ooh, was she poisoned? No, I guess it's not yours, but it is from your lab. That's right. This was an ultimate. But if she was poisoned, I feel like it would have said it in the Monokuma file. It's that poison. So you know about this, Kokichi? Of course, because I already checked it. We are in the killing game, you know? There's no damage that could have been done to the avatar. If there's poison and tricks prepared, then of course I'd need to investigate it ASAP. Is that? Of course it's not. So I can use them. I can check in case someone else uses them. Is that really true? By the way, did you see the label on the back of the bottle? The label? According to the warning, this poison is pretty lethal. It becomes neutralized once it's mixed up, so it has to be taken directly. But when it's taken directly, the victim will immediately die, even if only they had a sip. But she had her helmet on. If you take the helmet off, she should be logged. She should be logged out of the game and force logged out of the game, not like regularly like the log out. Force logged out of the game, and she should be like alive, like awake. Which means if you could get the victim mouth open, you could kill them instantly. I can imagine a better method of killing someone who's logged in. By the way, I should tell you what symptoms this poison caused. It causes small blood vessels under the conjunctiva to explode, which makes the whites of your eyes turn blood red. Bloodshot eyes, that's important information. So we gotta relook at Mew's eyes. Hope that's everything about this poison. Am I doing a good job? Maybe it's time for me to acknowledge you as time for you to acknowledge me as your partner. I thought I remembered you saying that you didn't want to be my partner. Did I? Sometimes I lie without thinking about it. Seriously. Anyway, who brought this poison? Do you think the culprit did it? Who brought the poison? I can't be certain yet. But I do know that the person who was left. I do know that the person was left. I do know that the poison was left on that person's chair. Kokichi? I suppose I investigated everything I can here. Are you done investigating the crime? So do you know who the culprit is yet? No. This might actually be the crime scene. Yes, injuries in the virtual world can be fatal. That she was killed in the virtual world, which means that next area we should investigate. Virtual worlds, we should go in again. I just ran your mind, didn't I? I did, right? Right. If that's the case, then I'm coming too. Oh, great. He's coming. He must really like me. Pause. Say whatever you want. I don't have time to waste on you. If we go back to the virtual world, we might find some new clues. With those, I might be able to clear my name. May I join you as well? We all gotta go. I also think we should investigate the virtual world again. Why don't we all go? So I could get to be the avatar again? Did you actually like the avatar after all? I'm going to stay here. He's in the middle of analyzing the program. Going to search to play some more. There's no time to be sleeping. That's not what we're... Well, that's fine. Then I'll stay here too. What? Surprise? Are you going to be lonely without your partner? But I'm too busy. I'm busy too, you know? I have to watch Maki in case she tries to do anything deceitful. Deceitful? Well, you and Kaito are pretty close, so you might do something deceitful to him, right? Good thing Goats here with me. If you keep saying messed up crack like that, I'm gonna kick your ass in the orbit. It's fine, just ignore him. Hurry up to the virtual world. Kaito, let's focus on solving the case now. Fine. I don't like violence. The ultimate supreme leader would rather sneak around. So anyway, I'll leave the virtual world to you, Shuichi. But I'm not exaggerating when I say the class trial can only be solved by you, okay? Your talent can save the useless people here, you know? Who you calling useless? Enough already. Kaito, let's go. So the only people that really knew about the poison was Maki, Kaito, Kokichi, and I. We picked up our helmets once again, sitting in the same seats as before. So the red... Maybe. You figure it out. Again. Boy, a cyborg. Neo World Program. Digivolution. Digimon. Fucking that shit. I've literally eaten all these goddamn cupcakes by myself. I ain't trying to tell me I have something on my lips. I'm not real. Welcome to the Neo World Program. This shit look like it's in its alpha. I'm starting to think this is a prequel to like Dangan 2. Oh, hi, it's my avatar. Look, my avatar. She just wants to be tall as everybody else. So you liked it after all. So we're back here. Apparently, we always rob in this room when we log in. I mean, you say logging in and out is impossible unless we're in this room. Then how did I get logged out while I was on top of the rooftop? You got forced logged out. We need to investigate that area too. First, we're going to check Miyu's avatar, right? I think our avatar is still near the chapel. Well, let's head to the chapel. I want to investigate the goddamn rooftop. Let's see if it'll let me. Fuck, I should check the map before I head into the chapel. Why do I need to check the map? I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. Just let me do me. Is that what's bothering me? I understand looking at maps make you feel calm, doesn't it? What? You're the type of kid who stares at maps alone instead of playing at recess, aren't you? I never did anything like that. Don't forget, we're here for you, bro. You're not alone anymore. You don't need to withdraw into a shell, you know? Why are y'all being weird? I'm so proud of you. You made friends with real people, not maps. I'm investigating. I'm just investigating. I want to kill. Oh my god! Just let me do what I want. I hate when games like this are like super linear and they're like, no, you gotta do this. Shuichi, could you please come with me? What? I found something strange. I don't know if it's relevant to the case, but I want to hear your opinion on it regardless. It's right this way. This nigga about to kill me. Toilet paper. This toilet paper, why be in place like this? It's cold here. Huh? My initial thought was somebody may have come here to defecate. You don't need to defecate in this world. I don't think avatars have bowel movements. I don't have to go at all. I didn't realize that. That never occurred to me, as I do not need to expound waste in the real world. Sorry. Wait. It's still strange why the toilet paper be in a place like this. Toilet paper was in the bathroom and was in that storage closet too? Could it be related to the case? Huh. Huh. Alright, let's go to the chapel. Because there was that closet with that stuff in it that Shuichi checked out. But then there was also the bathroom. Hey, this is a signboard that Miyu threw across the river. Oops. This is her fault that she died. It's not some signboard or some other signboard, right? She says there's only one of them. It has the name on it. It's definitely the same. I put the same one that was stuck on the rocks in the river. Oh, so that's what happened. But there's something bothering me. The rocks that the signboard caught on weren't on the chapel side of the map. They were on the mansion side. What bothers you? It just got washed from the chapel to the mansion, right? From the chapel to the mansion, that's odd. The flow of the river. Hey, think later, bro. Let's get moving. Maybe she rode the river. Realized that the avatar can't be harmed, can't be destroyed. So imagine she just ride the water on over to the chapel side. His loan screen. But we heard a loud sound on both sides. So how did that happen? Side of the chapel. There's a hammer, some wooden boards, cell phone. The scene of the crime has not been altered since I found her. So there's no possibility that someone tried to tamper with the crime afterwards. I think that's for sure. It's just how I left it. I'm pretty confident in memory. I memorized all magic spells that would take a whole year just to chant. Okay, Megumin. If you think I'm lying, I could start the chant right now, you know? No, thank you. I don't think I could wait a whole year. Bro, just step over the crime scene? A logged out body disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains unchanged. Can I start investigating? Look at all this stuff scattered around. What happened here? That's what we're going to start investigating right now. Isn't that right, Shuichi? Right. I want to investigate the rooftop. Piece of lattice? That's a mysterious object. It's a wooden mat. It's used in common bathrooms. I didn't see anything like this at the chapel. Where did it come from? Not from the chapel. And why is it here? I just figured it out with my magic. You did? Maybe someone used that instead of the signboard to cross the river. That someone is the culprit. I don't think so. The river's concurrent is pretty fast. Even if you did use it to cross, there'd be no reason for it to be here. I know. I was just testing you a little. And why would you want to test me? But what does that mean? There's something like this doing here. I'm not positive why this lattice is left here, but I'm sure that it has something to do with the case. Alright. Excuse me, Miyu. Is this a cell phone? There are cell phones in this world. What are they used for? That's it. It's a phone, so cell phone. She could log out wherever she wants, because the regular phone logs you out. I can't believe there's something like this here. Kaito, perfect time. I'd like you to help me out with something. I want to test something out. Help you out? Of course. I never say no to a favor from my sidekick. Thank you, Kaito. So what do you need me to do? You don't have to do anything. You just have to stand here. Yeah, it's gonna be used to log you out. Kaito Momota. Yeah, he logged out just as I thought. This can be used to log out just like the phone in the salon, and it proves it doesn't have to be the person themselves if you just say their name. And you can log anyone out. And it's not going to be in the log. Oh no, because when he logged out, it was in the logs. Thanks to Kaito's help, I'm starting to pin this down. So even if they used the cell phone, it would still show up in the logs. I bet Kaito was pretty surprised when he logged out all of a sudden. Suzuichi, I should apologize for that later. So she didn't log out at all. This is a hammer. Why would a hammer be in this world? I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects to be used as weapons. Why was Miyu lying? But why would she lie? Alright. Miyu's avatar is frozen, collapsed in the snow. A logged out avatar disappears, but a real body remains. Makes sense for a killing game simulator. If the body disappears, we couldn't investigate. The avatars never show injuries, so they could stay the same. She looks almost alive. Yeah, she got blunt force traumaed into the face over here, and that's why. But she was holding her neck. Her face is so pretty here, isn't it? It's hard to believe she's dead. Yeah. Hit the wall. We felt it all the way here. Something hit the chapel wall, so we rushed outside to check Mew's. The side of the chapel when we found Mew's avatar. We tried to go to the mansion to log out and check Mew's real body. When we got to the river, the bridge was gone for some reason. When we were trying to stand around, someone went through that. We already heard this. You can't leave footprints in the snow, can you? It looks that way. This is a killing game simulator. It's probably the footprints in the snow will make finding the culprit easy. So the snow probably isn't included. So on the case, that's very smart of you, baby girl. What's wrong, Kibo? Is something bothering you? I just remembered something. I think the whispering I overheard might have been relevant to this case. You heard whispering? Yes, I did not intend to eavesdrop, but I did hear it. Shortly before we gathered at the chapel and dispersed to begin searching, Miyu and Kokichi. Before we split up, I want to ask you something, Miyu. What do you say? It seemed Kokichi and Miyu made their plans to meet each other. Meet each other? Kokichi was confirming the specific place they were supposed to meet. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but I'm certain the rooftop was mentioned. Those two met up on the rooftop, and that's when she disappeared. Kokichi, Kaito, so they could meet on the rooftop. But it's strange. If they were planning to meet on the rooftop, Mansion's rooftop, why did Miyu volunteer to search the area around the chapel? It's true. If they were meeting on the rooftop, she would have wanted to search the mansion. Either way, she shouldn't have been able to get on top of the rooftop. She was searching, and then you and Gunter should have seen her searching the area around the chapel, which is where we found her avatar. And no bridge to cross the river, so she could have not gone from the temple to the mansion. That's true. Something is strange about this. Okay, I finished my investigation in this area. As soon as we finish investigating this place, yeah, there's something I want to ask. Can our avatars hide objects? It seems like you put stuff in your clothes here, too, just like the real world. I see, just like the real world. So what are we going to do next? Are we going back to the real world already? Before that, there's one more place I want to investigate, the rooftop. We could have investigated that first. Very well. The place Miyu and Kokichi were supposed to meet, the place Kaito logged out. I'm positive it has something to do with this case. There should be clues there. I really don't get it, but if you want to investigate, then let's go do that, Shuichi. You're right. Shuichi, everyone's counting on you, including myself. Please give the trash cloud everything you got. See us through the end. I'll do my best as well, of course. Thank you, Robokoto. And I as well. I can at least do that. I'm a detective at all. You bastards. I'm the spirit detective. Why do I move so slow? Come on. Pump up the volume. Flash step. 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 Bridge. Flash step. Flash step. Apparently, search around the perimeter. Found some mono coins one time. I'm not finding any more mono coins. Flash step. Flash step. Flash step. Flash step. Movement. This game is all about movement. Flash step. Flash step. Flash step. See how fast I move like this, and then flash step. You fucking that shit. Hey, Shuichi, what was that all about? What are you talking about? Kaito, I'm sorry. I just wanted to see if you could log out using the cell phone. And tell me first. That was bad for my heart. Suddenly got logged out, panicked, and rushed back here. Sorry. Come on now. That's enough. Don't interfere with the investigation. I wasn't interfering. Why did you guys come back here? Did you already finish the investigation? I want to investigate the rooftop next. Huh? What's important about the rooftop? Wasn't Miyu at the chapel the whole time? We found her on the ground next to it. Now. Let's believe in Shuichi's reasoning. Shuichi can do it for sure. He's the ultimate detective after all. If you're going to be like that, then do whatever you want. Investigate the rooftop or whatever. Why you seem like you got something to hide? But Shuichi is my sidekick. In other words, his deductions are my deductions. And my deductions are his. Are you sure? What are you, some credit-stealing bully? Well, I'm going to investigate Miyu's avatar since I got interrupted last time. Sorry. Well, then, let's go to the rooftop. Yeah, we should. Do I need to look at the map again to investigate the rooftop? Flash step, flash step, flash step, flash step, flash step, flash step. Flash step, flash step, flash step. Flash step, flash step, flash step, flash step. Miyu and Kokichi were supposed to meet on this very rooftop, and the person in charge of searching the area, Kaito, was forcibly logged out. There are places I still need to investigate. Like this room. Yeah. The storage room. It's a little different than how I remember. As if someone was missing. Yeah, the thing on the second shelf. I wasn't paying close attention. If I was, you fucking imbecile. You're a detective, aren't you? Fucking worthless piece of crap. Alright, binoculars. It might not be directly connected to the case, but I suspect these binoculars. I can see that the building is on top of a hill. I can't see past this point because it's the map loading point. But that is strange. Why would the map loading point be right in the middle of the road? Something doesn't seem right. What are you thinking about? What's wrong, Himiko? When murders happen in the mansion in the snow like this, there are always locked room mysteries created piled up by snow, isn't that right? But it's disappointing that you can't leave footprints in the snow like this. Is that something to be disappointed about? Sumigi? I see. What's wrong, Sumigi? Smoogie? Look at the doorknob. It's locked. Is that? Is it? It is. It's a thumb turn lock. It's easy to lock. It seems like you can't lock it unless you're on the outside. And look, the keyhole is on the side of the door. Isn't it usually the other way around? Not necessarily. I've seen this before. To prevent you from locking yourself out. Is that so? The rooftop has a lock on the door. That is important information. So they kicked Kaito off the roof. Um, Not literally. Transporting them off, lock the door so they can meet. Kibo, did you find anything? Miu should have arranged to meet Kokichi here. I thought we could at least confirm whether or not she really came to the rooftop. But unfortunately, there are no clues to indicate that. Did Miu ever come to the roof? That is an important question. I wonder your opinion on something. Yeah, she had the thing, so of course she came up here. Do you think you could get up and down from this roof from the outside of the mansion? No, that would be very difficult. This rooftop is rather high. Even the edge of the roof is roughly built to the height of 3 to 4 story building. You're certainly too high to jump, which means it would be impossible to climb from the outside, which means that the only way to the rooftop is the stairs. I inspected everything. All that's left is Maki. What are you doing, Makiro? Oh, there you are. I was looking for you. Maki, why are you here? I thought you were analyzing the program. Manotaro finished analyzing the program, so he told me to gather everyone. You finished? We should probably head back then. Our investigation here is pretty much done, right? Yep, you're right. I investigated everything I needed to. We'll head back first. I don't want to say goodbye to my avatar. Did you like it that much? She feels comfortable being at the same height as everybody. We should go too. What's wrong? Well, you're definitely more reliable in a class trial than out. All the other things so too. What? I'm not trying to sound like Kaito, but I don't think you should carry all the burden alone. You're Shuichi Shuhara. Before you're a detective, don't ever forget that. Well, I don't think I should be talking. I threw away my identity as Makiharu Kawa to be an assassin. Thank you, Maki. Now let's do it while they're gone. Can you have sex in the Avatar world? No, don't go. Ah, fuck. Why'd I say that? Was she being considerate just now? Alright, getting close to once we figure out whatever whatchamacallit has to show us. I feel like we're going to be tossing the class trial. Flash step, flash step, flash step, flash step, flash step, flash step. Alright. Flash step. It's just me, you, and me. Why don't we kiss? We should log out too. By the way, did something happen between you and Kaito? What? When he logged out a little while ago, he looked like he was in a bad mood. Sorry, that was probably my fault. Don't tell him I kissed you. Look, she looked around like, what? Did we tell Kaito we were leaving? Because he was investigating the body. I pulled the device off my hand and the real world appeared before me. Well, Shuichi, isn't the real world way better than some virtual reality? Anyway, I felt so lonely without you around. I apologize for making me feel in love. Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. I totally didn't draw anything on you. Tell me why you were logged in, okay? Huh? Yeah, I'm kidding. So what was it that you wanted to ask? You plan to meet with me on the roof, right? Did you end up meeting with her? Oh. Oh, so you know about that, Shuichi. Impressive, Mr. Ultimate Detective. Then I'll tell you what happened. I never met up with you. I couldn't get to the rooftop because it was locked. Locked? We saw the door. After I gave up and went back to the salon to search for the next secret. Is that true, Kokichi? Are you doubting me? Can someone verify that you were at the salon the entire time? Did you meet up with anybody there? No, I don't have a witness. But you can also say there's no witness who could prove I wasn't there unless you saw the salon empty yourself. Well, it's up to you. Whether you want to believe me or not. But you shouldn't have doubted me like that. We're partners. Which one is it? Did Kokichi meet with me or not? I don't think he did. Is he lying or is he telling the truth? Which is it? Kokichi in the salon. The Monotaro. What the fuck you gotta say? Not Maki. I clicked on her leggings, and it was like, you want to talk to Maki, bro? I've been waiting for you, Shuichi. I'm sure Maki already told you, but I finally analyzing the program. I'm starting to put together a lot of important facts here, so here they are. He's really trying to be our friend, at least a little bit, at least. The first person who tampered with the program was Mommy, like we suspected. Mommy has an eccentric way of writing her code, so I knew it was her right away. I guess her personality wasn't the only thing eccentric about her. So what did she tamper with? A few things, but I'll share the first one with you. It looks like Mommy deleted a lot of objects from the killing game simulator. She said that she deleted anything that be used as a weapon. But in that case, why is there a hammer? That's true. Only the hammer was left. But why was it left? The way the program was written, it makes it seem like she did it on purpose. On purpose? Did she add anything? We found a cell phone in the virtual world. No, that cell phone was an original feature of the program. It implies Mew hid the fact that she added from us, which means all Mommy added were the 2 maps. The rest was a part of the program. By the way, while we were talking about objects, I wanted to ask you something. We used the signboard to cross the river, but could we have used something else to cross the bridge? I didn't really see anything that could have been used as a bridge to cross the river. So only that signboard could have been used. But there's nothing saying you can't exit on one side and pop up on the other. So what's the next thing she tampered with? The void. Well, it looks like she also tampered with a certain parameters of the program. Parameters? Yep. We're about to get into it. Everything in the program is categorized as either human or non-human. Of course, everyone's avatar was assigned the human parameter, but for some reason, Mommy gave her avatar to non-human. So if you threw things off the thing, they will pop up the other way, and only non-human objects could go across the borders. So making herself that she could easily transport from one side to another with no problem. But that doesn't... Well, what happens when you become an object? Well, the only difference is only for identification purposes, so it doesn't affect anything. But if it doesn't affect anything, then why would she have gone out her way to do that? Perhaps that has something to do with the next thing she tampered with. Maybe with her being an object, when she logged, but it logged her when she logged in. It measured when she logged in. Maybe she had 2 avatars. Mommy added a wall that originally existed in the program. Oh. So theoretically, it seems Mommy added a wall that runs the length of the y-axis. She created an additional wall. There are walls in all 4 directions, and that took out the y-axis. But you're positive? You're positive there was only one? Yep, there's definitely only one. What does that mean? That if you jump from one side to another that didn't have a wall, you could teleport, avoiding the login screen. Which wall was the one Mew added? What was the world originally like? Mew said there was anything past the wall. Was that another lie? No. But if you jump from one side that didn't have a wall to another side, you would end up just transporting to the other side of the map. Also, it looks like the extra wall was given a special setting. Allows non-human objects to pass through it. There it is. So that's how she got through and got everything else through. I see. That's very interesting. So those are all the things she tampered with. There's one more thing. So one of you guys also had a strange setting given to their avatar. A strange setting? Yeah, the settings made it so they will be unable to move if mommy touched them. Before they say it. Kibo? Me you touch them, the avatar will be paralyzed. Is either Kibo or Gunta. Because she was outside of the mansion. So she had to avoid them. Because she had to get into the mansion, get up to the rooftop, and lock the door. Who was it? It was Kokichi. It's me? I didn't know that. Nah, I wouldn't know. I never touched me you in that world. I see. I didn't even notice. That's cool. That's all I have to report. Well, do you think it'll help you guys out? I really don't know who could have murdered her. She definitely didn't. She could have been poisoned, but I don't think so. Our character is face down in the world. But she was definitely teleporting back and forth besides the wall. I should probably tell you this too, though. It's probably not related to the case. Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. Error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details. But something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in. Someone not me use? I don't think anyone's avatar was acting strange though. What kind of error could it be? Was did somebody get like super strength? Avatar error. And it's time for the class trial. Why are you busting it open like that? Okay. So you busting it open. Showing the whole world your backside. You seem like you're not into it at all. We don't have to do the class trial, you know. But it's gonna start. We can't no stopping anymore. No, we can't. This is all I can tell you guys. But I don't want any of you to forget. I'm your friend. He just decided we're friends. Thank you. Going to feel relieved. He's about to die. Don't worry, Monotaro. Shuichi will get revenge for Miyu's death, and he get that revenge by finding the culprit among us. He's right. The culprit is someone here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. When this class trial is over, I hope we can all get to know each other better. You're gonna die. You should have died last time, but Mono Damn sacrificed himself. That's the kind of line that triggers a death flag. Yeah, his death flag. I want a fresh start. I want to make up for my past mistakes. That too. Meeting all of you has really. Sorry, it's nothing. I'll say before, after the class trial is finished. The flag is rising. What was that? I think I heard something over there. Yeah, nigga, you about to die. I'll go check it out all by myself. Monofi is about to murk you in the name of Monodam. It's waving in the wind. Quit squirting around. Hurry up. Let's go. Going to do his best, even to be even a little bit useful for everyone. I'm so excited. I definitely exposed the culprit this time. What's so exciting about this? With conflicting emotions in our hearts, we decided we headed to the Shrine of Judgment. Um. Mm, yeah. See you, Miyu. Um. Something weird happened to somebody's avatar when logging in. I have to check to see who was the last person to log in. Who was the last person to log in and what happened? Miyu was the last person to log in. I know that for a fact. Who's the first person to log in? Can I check? No, not that. Grasping with both hands. Grasping her neck with both hands. Got with her eyes open. She still had her visor on. So those four logged in, and then Maki and Kokichi going to, and then Miyu. Something happened. I logged in. Might have been Maki's. Might have been Maki, since she logged in technically by herself. Looks like that's everyone. This is everyone. There's a lot less of us now. This is just half of what we started with. Because we've allowed this game to continue. We must stop it. Yeah, it's only 8 of us, and we about to lose another one. Cut it out. I'm certain this trial will be the last one. Let's focus on surviving this class trial first. You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. It'll just be the culprit left. That might be okay. Maybe that's another way to stop the killing game. If we all died, then the killing game would end. Don't say stupid crap like that. It's all pointless if we die. Well, we don't have to worry. We got the ultimate detective on our side. It's time for the detective to shine. Shuichi, please keep up the good work. Yeah, I'm doing my best. Yeah, I have to keep it together. This is the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life. Everyone's life is on the line. I can't find the truth here, but everyone will be sacrificed. I'll never let that happen. Hey, Shuichi, you're getting all tense. What? Didn't I tell you before, Shuichi, don't carry the burden of all? And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaito? What's your problem? We're all relying on Shuichi to carry our asses through this class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over, and you're bothering him. I think the most annoying thing about you could do is... I think that's the most annoying thing you could do to Shuichi. You know that? What do you mean? I'm not... Koichi, you're annoying. A killer girl's glaring at me. I was only kidding around. Alright, let's go. Maki's glare seemed to do the trick, and Koichi turned around dejected. Finally, the pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Roll. Just suck it up, Kaito. Now's not the time to be bickering with each other. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Kaito, I'm okay. I know you want to say, Kaito. You don't have to worry. I see. In that case, I'll believe in you and won't say anything else. But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro. Thank you, Kaito. Alright. The rumbling. If y'all watch Attack on Titan, rumbling is here. Oh, God. Georgia. Monokuma was definitely, what was it called? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we have 8 students, and one of them's the culprit. All right, let's go. Yeah. The 8 of us got into the elevator. The door shut behind us. Like all those times before, we descended. So empty. It was dead quiet. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. There's no way I could get used to it, really. The fear of death. We were all fighting, trying to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. Not an execution. A test of our will to survive. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. And though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. Go ahead and stand behind an open podium. Oh, Monotaro got beat up. Move your asses. You don't want to see what I'll do if you keep Father waiting. Wait, is he back to normal? You're not a friend anymore? You jerks must feel pretty slick using Monotaro's forgetfulness to befriend him. He decided on his own will that we were friends. But I won't let you guys trick Monotaro anymore, because he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side, but now he's forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Thanks to me, I smacked the stuffing out of him. How confusing. Well, whatever. I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as the killer. It's dangerous. I'm gonna lock myself in the room. Maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death flag. Let's get started. The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. He stole Monokuma's line. We went to our podiums as always, and we knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. It was already the 4th time. The 4th class trial was about to begin. Miyuruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. Yeah, she was my very first like person I put blame on for the death of Rantaro. It's a tragedy after all. She helped me and Kaede with those cameras, gave Kibra extra functions, and then she done a lot for us. Yeah, and she was built to be like the villain. And the culprit that killed her is one of us. He is not one of us. I need to discover who that is. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. And I will fight for it. I will fight for the truth and the lies in this class trial. Boom, 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 boom. Class trial start. Yes. Oh, my bad. I'm just hitting caps lock and shit. Let me save. Alright. No. Alright. Not gonna let me read the handbook. Alright. Alright. So we got a lot of information from this investigation. And my thoughts. So we know Miyu was transporting back and forth, taking stuff from the rooftop over to the side of the chapel. Now, what she was doing over there, I'm not sure. And we knew that she was capable of touching not Suichi, Kokichi at any time and freezing him, locking the door, even though they had planned to meet. And then she got on the rooftop and was able to freeze Kaito. Well, not freeze Kaito, but lock him out where his avatar would disappear. She was throwing stuff off the side of the thing as we saw the toilet paper on the side of the mansion. Um, we know that Kaito was logged out, and I feel like he's suspicious now. I knew I threw suspicion off of him, so like he got logged out and he couldn't explain it. But I do believe that gave him room to go into my lab because only he, Maki, and Kokichi would have known about the poison in my lab. I think. I don't think nobody else would have like thought to go into my lab and get poison outside of those three and place it in Kokichi's seat to frame him. Um, but no, Kokichi was still sitting in his seat when Kaito got logged out, so he wouldn't have been able to plan it. Kokichi would have just had to have that on him, because I think it's a little too convenient for Kaito to go get the poison, put it on the Kokichi while he's still in the thing, to frame him if he wasn't going to kill Miyu. But Kaito's up there on my sus list just because I do believe in his testimony, but it was a whole hour before Miyu died that he got booted out, which could give him time to go into the school, get the poison, come back, and then poison Miyu. I'm not sure whether she died inside the game or outside of the game, because the Monokuma file really doesn't say the cause of death or if she died instantaneously. Um, just said no force trauma or anything, like no blunt force. Um, Kokichi, I feel is like an easy target to say, oh, he killed, because he has a lot of motivation to be the killer. He even said at the beginning of the chapter, yeah, maybe I'll be the next Blacken. But I feel, and especially with Kaito like punching him, and him seemingly wanting to like frame and get in the way of Kaito and Shuichi teaming up, I feel like it does put him up there. So Kokichi could be up there. I mean, we only have 8 students, and I feel like without Kokichi, we don't really have a character that really has like a. It's pushing the plot forward as far as like the evil students. Like we got rid of Shinguji, who had like a weird, creepy aura. Miyu, who we could have thought could have been a villain, died. Rantaro, Ryoma, like all the classmates that would cause problems for the other classmates are dying off. So to get rid of Kokichi, I think that would throw a wrench in what's going on. Even though there would be like 7 students left, I don't know. So Koichi and Kaito are up there. Kibo. Think about Kibo, man. He was out there with going to surveying the outside, right? And we heard Kibo shout like, "Oh my!" So I think he might have witnessed Miyu jumping, but like I said earlier, that's Robokodo. I feel like he's too important to the story to get killed off either. But that might be his like last stand. Like you know how Shinguji revealed that he was doing this for his sister, and then Kirimi said, "Oh, I'm the prime minister." That might just be his thing. Like, this inner voice has been telling me this, so I leave you with this message from them, and then you have to go from there. Because we're learning about the Neo World program, so the game is finally starting to connect to old Danganropa games outside of just Monokuma and his references. Um, Gonta's been acting strange. Not gonna lie, Gonta's been acting strange, but I can't just see him doing a 180. You know, I just can't see him doing a 180. Um, he's kind of doing the Himiko right now. What Himiko was doing the last trial, where it's just like he's hopeless and she was hopeless. Himiko and Maki and what's what's their face? It was Miyu, Himiko, Ki. No, it was he. Wait. It was Miyu, Himiko, Maki, and who else was on that other side of the chapel? Kibo was on the other side of the chapel. Kibo wasn't at the mansion. So we had Shuichi, Kokichi, Gunta, Kaito, and Tsumigi on our side. So the fact that we heard Kibo's voice means that it was his avatar that was altered as well. Where his thing was altered. Me rewrote her avatar as a non-human object, but I think in the process of uh, Kibo getting transferred into it, since he wasn't human in the first place, his avatar was also noted as a non-human object, which means he could very well do the same thing as Miyu. So if she jumped off, he might have jumped off and followed her. But wouldn't the other two, Maki and Himiko, see that as well? But that would be the only explanation. Maybe speaking off the side of the cliff would teleport the sound to the other side. So based off of everything that we've went over so far, Kibo is a suspect, Kaito is a suspect. Those are my number one and number two suspects. Is Kibo and then Kaito. Kokichi is another one, but I feel like Kokichi can't die here. It's like the dude from Dangan 2. I forget what his name is. I mentioned last episode. But he was throwing a wrench in like all of the characters like plots, and then at the final trial he killed himself. Um, um, but yeah, Kibo and Kaito are suspicious, and then on a second tier it's Kokichi and Gunta, because even though Gunta doesn't have anything going on, like he's been seemingly like really guilty. But those are my predictions. So I think it's Kibo. Um, I think it's Kibo. But Kaito could also be like a suspect, cause he was out there a whole hour. He was logged out a whole hour before. And why would Miyu log him out? I know she wanted to get on the rooftop, so she would log him out, get on the rooftop, and then lock the roof so he wouldn't be able to log back in and go to the rooftop, and he would be none the wiser. But that wouldn't mean he would just target Miyu and kill her. He would log back in first, which was shown that he never did. He never logged back in. Hmm. So yeah, I'm really looking at Kibo. Hmm. But that poison is throwing me off because I don't know if she was poisoned and killed, or if she was strangled or killed inside of the game. But anyway, I'm gonna sit on my thoughts, and then when we come back for the class trial, I'll give my final predictions before we jump in. But right now, it's looking bad for Kibo. Not gonna lie. Anyway, guys, if you enjoy it, like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to share with your friends if they enjoy Danganropa and want to see what happens in the next episode. Who's the killer? Um, who's the culprit among us, as they say? Yeah, follow me on all socials. I'm going to link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Damn, me really has done a lot for us, and we just offed her. Crazy.